Hello, how are you today? I am really excited because I just got inspired to do a new series with you, connecting our sacred personal painting practice to one of my old favorite books, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. So I read this book years and years ago, and I actually started writing like the unofficial companion to the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, because what I love so much about the painting practice that I teach and coach people into, and my creatively fit coaches coach people into, is that we can experience at the canvas any spiritual truth, teaching, self-help principles, self-awareness, any of those things we can symbolically connect to as we paint. So I'm going to share the first spiritual law of success and give you an example. And then I will continue with this series daily-ish, right? I am not necessarily an everyday do things anyway, but and then we'll take it from there, okay? So the first spiritual law of success is the law of pure potentiality. How much do we love that? It says the source of all creation is pure consciousness, pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. Right? You guys who are watching, how perfect is that? I talk about that all the time. So my North Star is life is the canvas of your soul. I really believe that we are the on-the-ground kind of worker bees for our soul, our spirit, our infinite selves to express and create in this lifetime. This entire planet is a big palette or in a big canvas. Like, we are here to create life in a way that lights us up from the inside out and makes us happy. And to make it extra challenging, we forget that, and then we are born into a story where it's about work and struggle and scarcity and fear, to see if we can remember that our truth is that we are pure potentiality. We are potential made visible. And when we open up to that and let go of the ego that's like, but I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not this enough or that enough, when we let go of that and realize we don't have to have anything but an openness to be in flow, to be a channel per se, to understand that when we get the promptings to, you know, eat a big juicy ripe strawberry, or to hop in a hot air balloon, or travel somewhere, or learn something, that it is our spirit. It's like that infinite energy, whatever that is for you, wanting to experience that energy on the planet. And so what happens is we get the inspiration, we're like, whoa, I really want to do that. And then we turn over the steering wheel to our logical mind that is not connected to the field of pure potentiality, is not infinite, is here to be our on-the-ground 3D, you know, put one leg in first and then the other, and stay on the right side of the road and pay the bills and all that. It is not the part of your awareness that is the visionary, is the leap and the net will appear. It is like your inner admin. And so we've been confusing that, thinking that if we're meant to do something, it should feel safe and secure and logical. And the truth is, anything that is calling your heart, your soul, and your spirit is probably not going to match up with the logic. And so when you can just switch it and let your logical mind know, hey, this is what we need to experience this wild and crazy idea I just got, or to fulfill the promptings in my heart. We need time, we need money, we need connections, I need courage, I need support, I need a circle, I need a tribe. Then that is what your logical mind can find for you. So the law of pure potentiality. Whitney, how do you do that at the canvas? Well, this is not a stretch. You guys will get this right away. I have so many canvases around me as an example. Let me start with this one. So I'm doing an owl painting challenge right now with my Art Gypsy Owl course. And this owl for me is all about freedom and play. And so just connecting the pure potentiality to this canvas. So I've gone to the canvas and I've intended to do some different things, make some different kinds of marks, to go over and add shapes and colors that maybe I would not normally. This owl is literally asking me to open my eyes and see all the different ways I can paint this owl. Now, pure potentiality doesn't just stop with like all the different ways I could paint this owl. I could paint over this and make a totally different kind of owl. I could paint over this and create a big Buddha. Oops. This is going to Rachel Romano. I could paint over it with white and I could start some totally different kind of painting or drawing. The blank canvas, when it's white, is maybe even a clearer example of the pure potentiality that is contained. But canvases over and over and over. Here's a whale that we painted in the shamanic painting section of my Creatively Fit coaching training. Next one starts January 24th, by the way. And then the whale was done. I didn't feel the resonance with the whale stain, so I started to paint another painting. And so these are all words of intention that I've started painting into this painting. So is there any end to what I could paint on this canvas? Just really think about that for a second. Could you ever get to the end of a list of things or colors or shapes or energy that I could paint on this canvas? No. So as a practice, what I am so excited to share with you is that most of you, anyone tapping into me, is someone I affectionately call us, at least a tribe of the Rainbow Warriors. We are not inherently interested in doing things the way they've always been done. We are not going to be satisfied with keeping our nose to the grindstone and ticking things off the list and then checking out at the end of our lives. We cringe when there's too much practicality or logistics, right? We've been called idealistic or gullible. We are here to hold space for what is possible. And when we read things like this, truth, and trust me, I have millions of books. Well, probably not millions, but it feels like it. I read and I share what I read and I speak and I love words and thoughts and ideas. And if I just read and talked about them and wrote about them, it's sinking in to my being only to a certain level. It's when I go to the canvas and intend to experience the feeling of pure potentiality at the canvas. This started out like this. This is old scrap flooring I just found in my garage. A box of scrap flooring that I think has probably been there for at least a decade. Pure potentiality. You see what I mean? So when you experience it and you create it, so you're aligning with that creative frequency and you're bathing yourself in the truth, like, oh my gosh, there is no end to what I could do here. What that does is it goes in physiologically and it weakens the charge wherever you have the charge of scarcity or unworthiness or I don't have what it takes, it's not enough, I don't have enough time or money or energy or whatever it is. It loosens the bond with that neural pathway. This is how our brains work. So as you paint and you tap into like, wow, there really is no end to what I can create here. I could make so many different shades just of this color orange. So many different ways I could just paint in that little feather. Okay, so I've been feeling stuck in this area of my life. How can I apply what I'm learning here at the canvas? to what I'm creating in the art that is my life? Can I take the awareness and the consciousness that I am creating at the canvas into the art that is my life? Yes. And it's just like getting physically fit, getting creatively fit. You do a regular creative painting practice and you get more and more fluid. The boundaries between what's logical and practical and physical and real and what is possible and what is magical and what is calling you becomes more blurry. And you're able to move effortlessly between these two realities, noting where you feel stuck and in scarcity, and observing that as the life artist, and then choosing to remember, to reinforce with your thoughts and your words the abundance that is available to each and every one of us. Boom, drop the mic. Thank you, Spirit, for sharing that with us today. That sounds kind of funny, but that's how it feels. I mean, literally, I hung up this. Look, you guys, I hung up the Yes canvas in my kitchen today. I just joined this magical sacred circle of women. I'm feeling so much newness. And 5 minutes ago, I didn't know I was going to do this live, and here we are. So that's how we know. That's a perfect example. You get an inspiration. It's like there's so many things on the to-do list today, but I could not wait. So, Rainbow Warrior you, how are you being called to connect to more of the pure potentiality that is available to you? Where is scarcity and lack and unworthiness or fear getting you stuck? And it's okay. Infinite being, you've got nothing but time. We come here to experience contrast, but we're coming up on a new year and you have new things you want to experience, right? So what if you began or got back into, or from a different perspective, went back to the canvas and asked to be bathed in the law, the truth, the energy of pure potentiality? I want to invite you to do that. So I will be back probably tomorrow with the spiritual law of success number 2. And I look forward to reading your comments and perhaps sharing how you go to the canvas and connect the law of pure potentiality. I would love to be in conversation with you. Mwah. Have a magical day. Bye.